ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the stage now, our Vice President, Nick Bos.
Our new Rector Magnificus, Rianne Letschert.
And our President, Martin Paul. Let's give them a warm welcome.
How's everybody doing?
Okay.
Comfortable?
Yeah.
Yes, it's getting
It's getting there.
It is.
Yeah, how are we doing? It's
I'm fine.
everything okay?
Yes.
Are we doing okay?
The bench is big enough.
It's
That's it.
all right.
You have water here if you need it. We thought we're not gonna serve the wine yet because it's not 12 o'clock, so we're gonna
Is that a
hold.
rule in Maastricht?
Well,
After 12?
I think we're good with water for now. So
You've
if
started
you're
something.
Good. Yeah.
Can we begin? Yeah. Our first question is, will Catalina and I still have jobs after this at the university?
Definitely. You can't do this every week.
Our supervisor might have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway,
So,
sorry. Our first question, which has been selected very carefully, is to our new rector. The strategic program noted the importance of breaking down barriers and collaborating between different interdisciplinary fields. You've also recently said that there is a need for multi-level diversity, and I quote, the rebellious part of this university. Could you sort of elaborate to us what you meant by that and how you see all these different ideas working together?
Yes, thank you very much, Mark, for this quite interesting question, which has many dimensions in it. But let me start first with the rebellious part, because what I've noticed when I arrived here in Maastricht in March for the first time is this rebellious attitude. I think my appointment is part of that already. And if you have a rebellious attitude, it means that you have creativity, that you have power, that you have passion. I think the word passion has fallen here already for quite some time. It also means that you dare to kick against holy houses, to have some stone cold English here. I think there's a lot of discussion about stone cold English, especially with governors, so we have to be careful. And I think that the rebellious attitude also has quite an important impact on the way that we want to implement this strategic program. And with regard to diversity, that means that we will not wait another 10 years to have more women or more ethnic minorities appointed in leadership positions, because I think we in Maastricht can show that we want to move much faster there. It also means that if we talk about evaluating our staff members, that we should much more apply a diverse way of assessing staff instead of expecting everyone to excel in everything. So there I would see that our rebellious attitude can help us in pushing the discussion here, because we've been talking about this for quite some time already. And I can go on, but I have to look at the time.
I mean, the selection of the moderators, I think, was a pretty progressive choice, if I may say so myself.
Rebellious.
Yeah, really.
Yes.
It's all the students' fault. Thank you very much for that.
our second question goes to Nick, and it's about valorization. As valorizing research by connecting it to the community, the UM believes scientific discoveries should be linked to some societal challenges and societal needs. So could you perhaps give us some examples, some concrete examples, as to how UM research has been practically applied to benefit the community?
Yeah, there are of course several examples, but one example I like very much, and this also Ron Hirsch showed a slide on which it was mentioned, eat well, move well, be well. That's exactly what one of our projects, the Movare project, is about. This Movare is an organization of about 60 primary schools in the eastern part of this province. And this part of the province is, well, not very well known for its health situation. On the contrary, it is probably one of the regions in the Netherlands with with the best, worst health situation. And we acknowledge that to change something in it, you have to change the attitude of the pupils. You have to start at a very early age. And that's the Movara project. So all our researchers in food, nutrition, but also in behavior, but also in marketing or in all kind of legal issues, they cooperate together with the people of the Movara schools and design a program for pupils in which they get trained in healthy eating, but also in exercise and sports. And we hope that in the end, these pupils, will live up to the motto of eating well, exercising well, and in the end, feeling well.
Thank you very much.
Okay, for a third question. It's on topic of international communities. I think Alexandra mentioned earlier how we take pride in having a welcoming atmosphere here in Maastricht, but also at the same time, we have a expanding network of universities that we're part of that allows staff and students to go to different parts of the world. Could you perhaps sort of elaborate, Martin, on the dichotomy of that and how that actually strengthens our university?
Yeah, thanks very much, Mark. I think it's not a tegenstelling, as we say in Steenkolen Nederlands.
Oh, yeah, zeker.
It is
Zeker,
something of a continuum. Because on the one hand, we have the international classroom here, where we have students from, I think, more than 100 different countries interacting also with each other based on their cultural experiences, their cultural background. But it also means that we offer our students and researchers many opportunities to go abroad. Now, researchers, they typically find their way with colleagues in many different countries. But for students, we really need to have these contracts, this network, is to offer them the possibility to go spend some time. Also, it means that we have to give them support, understanding different languages, different cultures, that we have an extensive language program that we're going to extend even more. That this learning from each other, that's moving to a European, a global community, is something that we want to live at all levels of this university. And our network partners are really, I shouldn't say partners in crime, but they're really important partners because they share the same vision. We have seen this with Brexit, where we immediately were contacting many of our partner universities to think with us what we can do to keep up the good cooperation.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah?
As for the last point, if we may, we would like to kindly ask you to offer to us some parting words of wisdom, each of you. Could we perhaps start here with Nick?
I don't know whether it's parting words of wisdom, but we had a very elaborated process of defining this strategic program, and I'm now looking forward to implementing it, because that's, in the end, that's the most important part of it, of course.
Thank you very much. Rianne?
Well, I could say that we should all kiss more, but that would give me, I think, a very wrong image to start with. But I like the idea underlying it, that I think we should all try to see where our passion lies, and together also make sure that this strategic program doesn't remain a paper document, but that we really live to it, and that we will all say that we are proud to work and study at Maastricht University, because I sure am, and this is just my second day at work. Thank you.
It's fantastic. And Martin?
Can I first have a question? Can we keep the couch?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It is yours.
Very nice. It's very nice. It's very nice. Yeah, it's very nice.
We'll have somebody take it home.
Okay. No, upstairs.
Oh, yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, no, I think this strategic program really marks a bit of a transition. You know, we are always labeled ourselves as a young university, or one of the youngest universities in the Netherlands and beyond. And I think the key question is how we can keep this, maintain this youthful spirit. That's the challenge for all of us, and I think after experiencing this problem this morning, I'm actually less worried about it, because we have such an innovative potential. What we also need to do, I'm quite convinced about, is that we should give more leeway to our students and our staff to participate in making this university and keeping it young. I think this is a very nice challenge for us.
Wow. Those are some wise words indeed. Thank you for that.
Let's take another selfie.
So in good Twitter fashion, could we also ask you to take a selfie with us?
But only with the
Perhaps?
audience, huh?
And with the audience, of course. So feel free to just,
Okay.
like or just,
so happen to have a
do that
camera again.
typical touristical.
How do we, oh, yeah, we can have
Shall
an
we?
official. Okay.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So we're
Hey, we're gonna have
go
to
there.
kneel a little
Yeah,
bit.
there we go. Okay. The other way around.
You know, there's a photographer standing right here.
Yeah, no, but it's a selfie.
It has to be a
It has
groupie?
to be
Okay.
yeah, groupie.
Sorry. Okay. 1,
So
2.
Maastricht University.
Yay! Okay, I took a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you once again to the members of the executive board. Thank you.
Should we go down, sit down, or stay?
We would be very happy if you stayed with us. So yes, of course.
Okay, good. And we don't have to carry the couch ourselves.
No,
no,
don't worry.
we'll do it.
We'll do it. It's good.
Okay, I think, if I'm not mistaken, we are at the end of this program.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah, okay, no. And I think we had a very nice experience, that it was really interestingly different. And we'll see how the feedback is from the community. I think the applause has showed us, and the interest that we have probably a bright future for you as moderators and researchers at this university. But I would like, on behalf of my colleagues, thank really the people who made this happen. First, of course, we've always talked, the students organized this, so who are these mysterious students? And there were many involved in this, but three that I would like to call to the stage really to thank them personally. And that is Emily Allwood, Kostas Georgiadis, and Luca Britten. And I should say they really represent the diversity of our university. Emily comes from Den Haag. Kostas comes from the country which sends most students of us, Cyprus. And Luca is from Germany. And they really planned all this with an enthusiastic team, so thanks again. Then, of course, we also had some people writing, and later you get a view of our written strategic program. So it also would ask to come here Ellen Bastiaans, Alexandra Rosenbach, and Carola van der Weijden. Please come forward.
Got it.
Then Björn Buch, I think, is in Zurich. Or is he here? No, he was. He couldn't make it, but of course the representatives of the think tanks, Jan Kommenharen, Ron Heren, Aurelia Streit, and Rolf van der Velden. Those of you who are still here and not at the bench or teaching, please come forward. So, and we only represent, of course, a small part of the community, and of course, there are two people that I really need to thank, and these are our fantastic moderators, Catalina Guanta and Mark Kawakami. Give them a big hand. I would say, I hope you get tenure, but if not, you always have a career on television.
Thank you, sir.
Anyway, to have a little memory for you as a parting gift of this day, we have prepared for you, and I ask my colleagues to help me with this. You get the commemorative medal of 40 years anniversary as a little remembrance of this beautiful day. Thanks very much. And I forgot to thank all the other speakers, Annemie Pente-Strake, and I think you'll also get a medal.
Thank you. We'll see how it ends.
I think we still need to exercise this with the university, right? This is it? One more? Okay. Anyway, so thanks again. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you this afternoon where we give some other angles to this strategic program. And I say, if you can sure about one thing, is the passion and the spirit that lives here. And of course, today was a positive day. We also maybe have some things we worry about, but with passion we can overcome that. So let's do this together. Thanks for coming, and hope to see you later.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. We would Again, we would also like to extend our gratitude to all of our esteemed speakers and the guests, and to everyone in the audience who tolerated Catalina and myself, and especially Sam.
It's been a pleasure. Bye-bye. Closing down.
This, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the morning session of the opening of the academic year. After listening to all of these amazing speakers, it seems that while our first 40 years were great, we are destined to even bigger things ahead.
You know, we really look forward to turning this ambitious strategic program into reality, like you said, and with a whole lot of passion and hard work, we really think it's possible. So with that in mind, I wish everyone, here's to our next 40 years. Cheers.